My name is Barry Joseph, and I've been attending Grayson Church for, I think, approximately 4 years. And last fall, I got involved in the recreation ministry as a basketball coach. The reason I got involved in the ministry was just being involved with the youth and basketball. I've always played sports. I enjoyed sports. One Sunday, Janice, the director of the recreation ministry, she gave an announcement about needing volunteers for the ministry. I thought about that, and then I just contacted Janice, and Janice, she emailed me some information. And then, of course, I waited about a week before I did anything about it because I had several reasons not to be involved in this ministry, but it ended up being just excuses. I decided to commit to this ministry. And the first thing I saw was the practice time, which would be convenient for me. And I saw 8 p.m. and I thought, well, that's a perfect time. So I clicked on that. Then I thought, well, the oldest age group I would think would be best for me. And I went over to that and I saw the 10 to 12-year-olds, so I clicked on that. Then I was thinking, well, I'm almost through. All I got to do now is just go over to the boys and click on that. So when I went over there, I saw girls. And my first reaction was girls. I had nothing against coaching girls, but I don't know, I just never thought about girls. I just assumed that I'd be coaching boys. Then I decided to ask my daughter Anne-Marie to come help me coach those girls. And that turned out great. And we started having practices, and halfway through the practice, there will be a devotion. And there was 4 teams there at that particular time that would stop and have this devotion, and each coach would give a devotion each week. And that was good to see because you never know what impact that will have on one of those child's life. In this ministry, we didn't keep up with the wins and losses. We didn't keep up with the team standings as far as first, second, third place. But while the games were being played, we did have a scoreboard and would keep up the score. And it happened to be that every single game we played, our opponent scored more points than we did. I would stop throughout the day and kind of just focus on how the girls were playing their basketball game. Because when they would look at the scoreboard, you know, and it would not be what they would like to see, but they would continue to play hard. They would have a good attitude, and they wouldn't give up. So at that time in my life, I had some things that were unsettling, stressful, and I was just amazed that God were using those 10, 12-year-old girls playing basketball to remind this 50-something-year-old guy how he should be living his life. That when I look at my scoreboard of life, and there's things that I don't like what I see, or things I can't change, that I should do what the girls were doing in their game, and that was to continue to play hard, to not give up, press on, have a good attitude, and most important, continue to trust in Him. It's kind of funny because, you know, since I played basketball and I felt like, well, this is a easier ministry for me to get involved with, that, you know, it turned out that God, He didn't need my abilities. And instead, you know, God showed me His abilities. And all He wanted me to do was be willing. So I would like to challenge everyone just to get in the game and allow God to show you His abilities. And here's a few things that I would like to remind you about this ministry. Number one is that you don't have to be in your 20s or 30s. You don't have to have a child or a grandchild involved in order for you to be involved. And obviously you don't have to be a good coach. So you don't have to come with a good game plan, but allow God's game plan. And I just want to thank the girls, Emily, Julia, Holly, Haley, Katie, Ellie and Allie, because they have been my coach. Through meaningful connections, I get to make a difference.